I think that there was a theology that I was given to kind of understand some of that drive where I wanted to say, okay, yeah, um, this is so important for this person's immediate need to be met today, but also I wanted to know, well, what does God have to say about them experiencing abundant life, right? What does
Mm,
God have to say? What is God's vision for the future of this person's life? And that's where I love, and I go back so often to Isaiah 61, right? The same passage that Jesus reads from when in Luke 4, and he announces the beginning of his public ministry. And he announces, how he's come to proclaim and bring good news to all of these groups, right, on the margins and those who are really kind of cast off by society. And then it goes on in Isaiah 61 and talking about those groups to say they will be called oaks of righteousness, the planting
mm,
of the Lord to display his splendor. They will rebuild ruined cities and repair, streets that have long been devastated. And so I think that getting to understand that God's vision for those who maybe today need their kind of immediate needs of food and shelter and clothing met is not just that those needs would be met, but that they would be able to become leaders, pictures of
mhm,
strength and oak that God uses to bring his kingdom. And it's so consistent with the ways that God works through the scriptures, right? Always choosing kind of the unlikely or those who have clear and obvious, downsides or flaws, like all of us, and then works in a way that those individuals could never accomplish on their own for the good of others. And so I think it was starting to see that pattern of God working in people that really made me hungry to say, well, how can we have this longer term relationship, a place, a space that where people can continue taking those steps from instability to stability in life, and then be the ones who are now kind of pouring back into the community and helping others who are in a similar situation, maybe as where they once were.